Yo, 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 YouTube, what is up? How are you guys doing today? It is a beautiful Sunday. The sun is shining, the weather is beautiful, the birds are singing, my cat is happy. We are here for a good time and a long time. Thank you guys so much for being here. Today, we are actually stepping it up into the big leagues, and today we are going to be covering Charlotte LinLin, aka Big Mom, one of the four emperors of the sea. Alright, so let's just dive right on into it. This is going to be a long video today, so stick with me, guys. There's going to be a bunch of cool information that will be discussed. So, Charlotte LinLin, better known as Big Mom, is the captain of the Big Mom Pirates and was formerly one of the four emperors ruling over the New World as the only female of that group. She is also the matriarch of the very large Charlotte family, whose many children make up the infrastructure of her crew. She is also the creator of a unique race of creatures known as homies, who mainly inhabit all of 𝚤𝚘𝚏𝚡 and happily serve her. Big Mom possesses three special homies, Napoleon, Prometheus, and Zeus, but unhappy with Zeus's continued failures, Big Mom decides to disown him and replace him with the new homie named Hera. Big Mom rules over 𝚤𝚘𝚏 as its queen, seeking to form it into a utopia where all the world's races can live together in peace without discrimination or segregation. In her childhood, LinLin was raised in the sheep's house under Carmel, whose devil fruit she eventually inherited, before co-founding her own pirate crew with 𝙲𝚘𝚙𝚢𝚛 following Carmel's death. Big Mom was also part of the legendary Rocks Pirates as one of its core members. After clashing against fellow Emperor Kaido, another ex-member of the Rocks crew, she formed an alliance with Kaido and the Beast Pirates with the intention of conquering the world. However, this never came to fruition as their alliance would go on to be defeated by the ninja pirate Mink Samurai Alliance. Following her loss in Wano Country to Eustace Kid and Trafalgar Law, the World Economy newspaper released a new listing of the four emperors, with her not included among them. In Wano, due to being closed off, LinLin's reputation was largely unknown, especially with the more immediate threat, Kaido, occupying the country. However, after the raid on Onigashima, due to her monstrous power and ability to spawn yokai, aka homies, from myth, she was accredited to their country's folklore as the events of Olin the Great Yokai. Big Mom was the last of the four emperors to be named. Her epithet was first revealed after the Summit War Marineford by Eustace Kid, and her real name was revealed by Papag on Fishman Island. She is the primary antagonist of the Whole Cake Island arc and the Whole Cake Island saga as a whole, and the secondary antagonist of the second half of the Wano Country arc, and one of the central antagonists in the Wano Country saga. And I'm going to start doing something in this video. I'm going to start doing it in all my other videos. I'm going to go through their statistics and read those out to you just because that's a little bit of extra information that is important. Now, she debuted in chapter 651, episode 571 in the anime. Her affiliations are the Big Mom Pirates, in which she is the captain, the Rocks Pirates, which is her former crew, the Four Emperors, which is the former group she was a part of, and the Charlotte family. Her occupations are Pirate Captain, which she is still currently a captain, an Emperor, which is former, and the Queen of the 𝚤𝚘𝚏. She was born in the Grand Line, and her residence is Whole Cake Island, formerly Elbaf, where I believe she was born or abandoned by her family. Her alias is Olin, which is what she went by in Wano when she lost her memory. Her epithet is Big Mom. Her status is currently unknown. We do not know if she is alive or dead. She is 68 years old. Her birthday was February 15th. She stands 28 feet 10.5 inches tall, and her bounties were listed as 50 million starting, and then up to 500 million, and at the current events of the story, it is 4,388,000,000. She is voiced by Toshiko Fujita in episode 571, and Mami Koyama from episode 786 onwards. Her English voice is Pam Doherty, and Macy Ann Johnson for her younger form. And those are her statistics, a little bit of fun information about her. Alright, so now let us move on into Big Mom's appearance. So, Big Mom is a round, obese old woman with the chin often hidden by her torso. She has an enormous physique, standing at 880 centimeters, or just shy of 29 feet tall, which is the largest known height for any human. She is taller than the extremely large Whitebeard and was able to hold the 277 centimeter tall Brook in her hand. Even as a 5-year-old child, LinLin was already massive to the point where she was mistaken for a giant and was as tall as giant children. However, as an adult, she is a little over 3 meters short of the minimum giant height of 12 meters. She is moderately round. She has moderately round orange eyes, prominent eyelashes, and wears thick purple eyeshadow. She has a very wide mouth with full lips sporting red lipstick and large round teeth, and a long thick tongue that often sticks out. She also has long curly and wild pink hair that falls halfway down her back, as well as a long beak-like nose and plump round cheeks. She also sports a tattoo on her left shoulder and arm, consisting of a large standard-shaped red heart framed by thin lines curled at the bottom, which at their bottom ends, which all tops a far smaller heart. When she was 5 years old, LinLin towered above normal humans. This is her as a child. She towered over. She had a much rounder face and had freckles on her cheeks. Her hair was kept into 2 buns on both sides of her head. Her nose was more triangular compared to present day, which now protrudes outward in a rounded beak-like shape. She wore a polka-dotted dress very similar to the one she currently wears, but this one reaching her neck and having a bow at the top. At the start of her pirating career, LinLin's hair grew longer and she donned a dark sun hat. At 28 years old, LinLin looked drastically different compared to both her early childhood and her early late years. She was remarkably slimmer and had a visible neck, chin, and jawline. This would probably be the best example of that. And her features were significantly smaller and more proportionate to her face. Her hair was long, yet considerably less wild than the present day, and she had a large strand of hair falling to the left side of her face. In Oda's depiction of her at this time, she wore a dark fedora with a polka dot pattern, a bandana, and a dark polka dotted top with a captain's coat draped over her shoulders. She had a similar appearance, although shadowed, during her time in the Rocks Pirates. At 48 years old, her neck was considerably larger and more muscular than it was at 28, and she had a much more larger and more pronounced jaw. By this time, she had already begun wearing Napoleon and her polka-dotted bandana. 5 years ago, at the age of 63, her physique had become very similar to her currently at age 68. She wore a purple and pink vertical striped dress. During her first appearance, Big Mom was shown to drool large quantities of saliva when talking. When in her regular fits of rage from not having a certain food at her direct disposal, or simply when extremely furious, her pupils take on a spiral appearance. Big Mom wears a large bicorn hat and with a Jolly Roger on the front. She has worn 2 versions. The first design consisted of a standard skull with crossbones behind it, as well as a large flame-like patterns to the sides, whereas the current version, named Napoleon, has 2 crossed sabers instead of crossbones, possesses smaller lateral flame patterns, and is imbued with the fragment of her soul, causing its skull to change expressions and talk to Big Mom. On its top, the hat is edged with a thick yellow streak. It has a strip snap fastened to it, and beneath it is a light polka-dotted bandana fastened around Big Mom's head. Big Mom also dons a pink dress with red polka dots and white ruffles on its neckline and hemline, with a wide, rippling white cape attached to the back as it falls to the ground. This outfit is completed with dark blue high heels, 1 turquoise pearl wristband around either wrist, and a golden jeweled rings on her fingers. Hours after her craving fit for wedding cake started, Big Mom was noted to have gotten very much slimmer and slimmer, up to the point where she had become emaciated. She went back to her usual appearance after eating Sanji's wedding cake. As Olin, during the Wano Country arc, she wears her hair in a shimada, which is a Japanese hairstyle, I believe. During the Fire Festival, she changed into a black furry-sewed kimono with white minimalist floral patterns over a light pink robe tied with a yellow polka-dotted red sash tied in a bow. She also wears a more elaborate shimada during this time period. Alright, now we're just gonna move on into her personality. Now, Big Mom is portrayed as a gluttonous and greedy individual who enjoys her candies and sweets. Unlike Whitebeard, who protects the island without fighting and without anything in return, she only cares about the candy the islands give her so that she can protect them. Big Mom can be very sinister, since she would destroy an entire island with innocent civilians if she does not receive the tons of candy the island promised her. She feels that a deal is a deal, and if a deal cannot be made, then everyone, including the dealer on the island, should be destroyed. Overall, she seems to believe in not helping anyone unless she herself gets something out of it. Big Mom is obsessed with having power, as she will not hesitate to marry off her children to bolster her crew. She also has a strong value towards blood relations, as she views anyone that is not blood related, like her husbands, as outsiders and strangers. In fact, she did not hesitate to abandon her husbands and cast them aside after getting more children, and was more than content with their deaths. Overall, despite being the mother of several children, Big Mom seems to only value them in strengthening her crew in the process. Big Mom, along with Kaido, are obsessed with the ancient weapons Poseidon, Pluton, and Uranus, of willing to use them to wage war against the world government. Big Mom is also willing to murder any of her children that had left her by sending a hired assassin such as Lola, sending a hired assassin after Lola, who betrayed her in the past and was willing to force Nami to tell her where Lola was located to do so, something that Lola is completely unaware of. This hatred towards Lola has resulted in her physically abusing Lola's twin sister Chiffon due to their resemblance, which resulted in Chiffon turning against Big Mom in secret and participating alongside her husband Capone Beji's plan to assassinate her mother. She is also partly hypocritical, as she is only willing to maintain alliances that personally suit her purposes. Big Mom is willing to betray any allies that she has little use for, and is also willing to go back on her word if necessary, such as with the Vinsmoke family and the Straw Hat Pirates. She created Hera and eventually disposed of Zeus due to his usefulness. Big Mom is highly sadistic when she enjoys seeing her enemies suffer and die. Witnessing Kaido behead Kurozomi Orochi, she reacts by laughing in excitement. Like Akainu, Big Mom is a provoker when she mocked Luffy by calling him a coward to get him to fight her. Despite her cruel and unsympathetic nature, Big Mom cares for Mother Carmel, the woman who nurtured her when she was a child. She has dedicated her life to Mother Carmel's ideas of a place where all races of people can live in peace. Big Mom has a deep connection to Mother Carmel and cherishes the portrait of her. She is willing to attack anyone if they happen to touch the portrait randomly, despite not caring too much for her children's safety and well-being and being overall violent. She genuinely likes Mother Carmel. She's extremely supportive to her youngest daughter, Anana, for her psychopathic nature, as well as having no problems in allowing her to have knives. Big Mom has shown to be merciful when she is obsessed for the most rare and mysterious creatures, as she only wants to capture them alive to add them to her collections rather than killing them, as she only wanted to capture Brook alive, even though she was not going to forgive the Straw Hat Pirates. She only let anyone go back to safety if they paid the price, such as when Pedro offered his right eye to her by only taking 50 years of lifespan. It is because of Mother Carmel that Big Mom believes that all races should live together in her kingdom and supports the idea of racial equality. However, in return for their protection, she requires all her residents to give her pieces of their souls every 6 months as compensation so that they can live safely in Toto Land. Big Mom also seems to have a strong disdain for giants, as Vinsmoke Judge points out that there are no giants in Toto Land, which made her mad at him. Because of her bad history on Elbaf in the past and not having the giants as an ally to take down other emperors, Big Mom holds a strong dislike for giants in general. Due to her obsession with Gemma's science technologies, Big Mom is also manipulative when she pretends to be friendly and form an alliance. In her truth, the alliance was faked and the wedding was rigged, as Big Mom has no use for Judge or his family. She lied to Sanji about her promise of letting Luffy and the others live peacefully and intended to kill his crew due to them eating the sweets in Fishman Island and defeating Cracker. She intended to use Vinsmokes to get her hand on their weapons and technologies. When Big Mom is rampaging because of not having a certain food to eat, she is shown to be violent, dangerous, and destructive to everyone around her, and is most likely to attack anyone regardless if they are enemies or not. Despite rampaging and seemingly losing her ability to tell who her family is or not, Big Mom is capable of identifying people she is familiar with, like Pudding, but will not restrain herself from attacking them either. Also, despite rampaging, she is an understanding of what she is doing and how significant her actions can be, such as telling Jinbei that she would be forced to kill her eldest son, Pedo if she found out he lied to her, which she admits she would not want to do. Big Mom cares a lot about her reputation and would get easily enraged when someone does something to ruin her built-up reputation. Because of Luffy's actions on Whole Cake Island, Big Mom holds a special hatred for the young pirate and vows to go after him and kill him to fix her reputation. Big Mom also dislikes the news if it does not report anything in her favor. Big Mom was also willing to contact a Yonko, Kaido, to set up an alliance for her own benefits. Big Mom is highly persistent of wanting to kill Luffy in order to regain her reputation for Return the Tea Party and later Grand Feast with Kaido. After being thrown to the ocean by Kid and Law, Big Mom also developed a special hatred towards both members of the Worst Generation as much as she hates Luffy. Now, her personality from Amnesia. After falling off the waterfall in an attempt to get into Wano country and nearly drowning, Big Mom lost her memories. Unlike her original personality, she is shown to be jovial and friendly. She thanked Suru for the food she ate, but kindly says it was not enough for her. Like her original personality and how she was as a child, she is excited at wanting to get more food to eat when she craves a special food to eat. She would tell others how much she would like to eat it. Big Mom will attack anyone who refuses to give her the food she wants, such as attacking Queen for refusing to give her the 𝙲𝚘𝚙𝚒𝚘𝚝. When she does not get the food she wants, such as the 𝙲𝚘𝚙𝚒𝚘𝚝, Big Mom would become enraged at the people who ate the food she wanted. Unlike her original personality, who was selfish, Big Mom admits that she wants the 𝙲𝚘𝚙𝚒𝚘𝚝 so she could also share it with the village she met. Despite losing her memories, Big Mom was wrathful when she lost 𝙲𝚘𝚘𝚗𝚗 and will go on a rampage when someone inconvenienced her. Alright, so now we're going to move on into her relationships, and buckle up guys, this is going to be a little long. So, starting with her 43 ex-husbands. Big Mom has no concerns for her former husbands as they now mean nothing to her. She only married them by abduction and bore children with them and later discarded them. She has also never allowed them to hold their own children and taught her children to see them as outsiders due to their lack of blood relationships with her. She doesn't have any qualms about letting one of her children to kill her former husbands, as such as when she permitted Cracker to kill Pound. Now, her children. Big Mom does not show too much care for her children. While in her eating disorders, she has no qualms about taking their lifespans. She doesn't justify her action of letting her children get abused by bullies in their childhood for their psychopathy and cruelties, even for her favorites. She has no qualms to force her daughters to marry to gain strength with her crew, but use one of her favorite daughters as a rigged wedding to kill the group's leaders and take all their army and power for herself. She's extremely supportive of her youngest daughter, Anana, for her psychopathy of mutilating her stuffed animals with knives, and has no objection of letting her to acquire said knives. She views Katakuri to be a lowly child of hers when she mistook his protection for her. Due to Lola's betrayal, Big Mom hates Lola and is willing to send assassins to kill her for her whereabouts. She even abused Chiffon for her resemblance to Lola and would be willing to kill her for association for Beji's failed assassination plot. However, if one of her children is defeated, she showed rage to deal with the latter. Now, the pirates, the Big Mom pirates. 𝙲𝚘𝚙𝚒𝚘𝚗. 60 years ago, LinLin met 𝙲𝚘𝚙𝚒 after the disappearance of Carmel. He decided to ally with LinLin, and they would start up the Whole Cake Island as her dream island, as a place where all races and species would live in peace on the island without facing discrimination. She also helped her in creation of her crew. Unknown to LinLin, he is fully aware of the truth of Mother Carmel's disappearance and was amused by LinLin's role in it. Now, the rest of the Big Mom pirates. Big Mom gives command over her subordinates, and she orders them to do what she wants with very little care. Now, her homies. Homies are Big Mom's creations, who she placed the lifespan into inanimate objects. Zeus, Napoleon, and Prometheus were created from Big Mom's very own lifespan. She will kill them if they disobey her, which they cannot. Later on, Zeus's continued uselessness eventually resulted in Big Mom creating a new Thundercloud homie to replace Zeus, named Hera, who, unless Zeus is able to fully combine with her power with her fellow special homies for stronger attacks. This betrayal resulted in Zeus turning against his former master, resulting in Big Mom stripping him of her soul, allowing Hera to consume his body. Unaware that Nami's attempt to save Zeus allowed his soul to merge completely with her sorcery, Climattact. Now, the Rocks Pirates. Big Mom was once a member of the Rocks Pirates, but it is unknown if she was loyal to her deceased captain Rox D. Zebek. Most of the relationships on that crew are unknown. You guys can kind of see my cat just sitting on my lap. That's kind of funny. Now, the other Yonko, Kaido specifically. Big Mom and Kaido were once on the same crew called the Rocks Pirates in the past. In the present, they are not allies anymore. When Luffy claims to defeat Kaido, Big Mom said that there is no hope to defeat him, as she called Kaido a thing. Kaido has shown not so much respect for Big Mom, as he called her an old hag. When Big Mom called Kaido of letting her kill Luffy, Kaido refused and threatened her to kill her if she dares to set foot on Wano. Big Mom isn't afraid and came to Wano with her strong children, but Kaido ordered his men to sink her ship before it would be an all-out war. When Big Mom is escorted to Onigashima, she and Kaido fought until an unknown reason when they formed an alliance to conquer the entire world before they returned to kill each other again. Kaido revealed during the announcement of the new Onigashima project that his alliance with Big Mom and the Big Mom Pirates would involve finding the ancient weapons and the One Piece and waging war on the world. Witnessing Kaido behead Kurozumi Orochi and announcing his new plans, Big Mom was laughing and expressing excitement. In their final battle against... God damn. Shed so fucking much. In the final battle against Luffy, Kid, and Law, they were both defeated by the three of the worst generation, as well as presumed dead when they fell into the magma deep within Wano country, which caused a massive explosion. Now, Edward Newgate, also known as Whitebeard. When Big Mom and Whitebeard were once on the same pirate crew called the Rocks Pirates, Big Mom mentioned Whitebeard about Lola's engaged marriage for the Giants in her attempt to overthrow him. Other Yonko. Big Mom's desire to overthrow her fellow Yonko and become Pirate King, so that would be Shanks. Now, her enemies. Straw Hat Luffy, starting with Straw Hat Luffy. Monkey D. Luffy, after eating her sweets in Fishman Island, Big Mom tells Luffy to come to the New World to settle scores with her. After arriving at the Whole Cake Island, Big Mom greets Luffy with hostility by sending Cracker to deal with him. After Cracker's defeat, Big Mom sends her entire army to capture Luffy. After capturing Luffy, Big Mom talked to him in her Den Den Mushi when they clashed at the tea party of Luffy's claims of dealing with her after Kaido. Big Mom tells him that he will never defeat Kaido and ensure to never leave her territory alive. After she failed in her attempt for execution on Luffy and managed to escape, Big Mom shows rage by leaving her territory and try to kill him, to take back her reputation. In her amnesia, she attacks Luffy after eating Shiroko until Queen knocks her out, allowing her to regain her memories. In Onigashima, Big Mom sees Luffy and tells him that she came all the way from her territory to kill him. She mockingly asked if he believed he would still defeat Kaido. Luffy tells her that he came all this way to defeat Kaido, her, the All-Stars, and Orochi and her crew, announcing it to be an all-out war. When Luffy attempted to get to the roof to face Kaido, Big Mom tried to kill him while using Napoleon until she was distracted by Nami. She witnessed that her lightning didn't work on Luffy because he is made of rubber. However, she attempted to kill Luffy was failed due to her defeat by Kid and Law, who are Luffy's rivals. Now, Sanji. Big Mom was interested in having a political marriage between Sanji and her daughter Charlotte Pudding so that she could form an alliance with the Vinsmoke family and German 𝙬𝚙𝚎𝚛. When Sanji arrived in the Toto land, Big Mom pretended to be friendly and welcoming to him. When Sanji told her that he did not want for the Straw Hat Pirates to be killed, Big Mom lied and said she would not harm them. Before the wedding, Big Mom revealed that she intended to kill Sanji, the Vinsmokes, and the Straw Hats and take all of the technology from German 𝙬𝚎𝚎 for herself. During the wedding ceremony, she was looking forward to seeing Pudding kill Sanji in front of everyone. When that failed, she attempted to fight against the Straw Hats. When Big Mom had another hunger pang, Sanji was confident that his wedding cake would be strong enough to take her down. Now, Jinbei. Jinbei was once her ally, but betrayed her to side with Luffy. She failed in her attempt to steal his lifespan due to his lack of fear toward her. After he officially left her crew, she wasted no time seeing him as an enemy and tried to attack him. Big Mom tried to hinder Jinbei's escape from Toto Land with the Straw Hats, but failed. In Onigashima, Big Mom still holds hostility towards Jinbei for going against her and tells him that she will kill him, but Jinbei calmly invites her attempts on him. Now, Brook. Despite being a member of the Straw Hat Pirates, Big Mom only wants to capture Brook alive to add him to her collection of rare and mysterious creatures, even though she is not willing to forgive the Straw Hats for destroying the photograph of Mother Carmel. While meeting him again in Onigashima, Big Mom is still obsessed with taking Brook for herself. Because I'm pretty sure he's the only living, walking, talking skeleton, she wants to add him to her collection. Now, Frankie. During the raid of the Fire Festival, Frankie attacks Big Mom with his motorcycle, causing her to fall onto the floor. Big Mom got back up from the attack without sustaining any major injuries. When Big Mom confronts him and Brook, Frankie introduced himself to her. When confronting Big Mom, Frankie did not show any fear of her and attempts to attack her with a powerful laser beam. Now, Nami. When Nami and her teammates were at the Whole Cake Island, Nami was against Big Mom and was only interested in rescuing Sanji from her and the Vinsmoke family. Due to Nami's friendship with her estranged daughter Lola, Big Mom assigned Opera to torture Nami to find out Lola's whereabouts in order to send an assassin to kill her. When Big Mom had her hunger pangs, Nami was quick to use Zeus to attack her and stop her from getting close to her and her crewmates. Despite having more than one confrontation with Big Mom, Nami told Frankie to run away from the Big Mom pirates because she was afraid an emperor because Big Mom was an emperor and could not fight her, showing that she is fearful of Big Mom's powers. This is written so fucking grammatically terribly that I'm having a hard time reciting this information to you. I am sorry. Now, Chopper. When he arrived in Totoland, Big Mom intended to have him killed along with the Straw Hats and his allies. During his time in Totoland, Chopper went against Big Mom and was willing to help 𝚘𝚘𝚏𝚘𝚘 in his assassination attempt on her. Chopper only cared to rescue Sanji from the 𝙲𝚘𝚙𝚒𝚘𝚝 family and 𝙲𝚘𝚙𝚒𝚘𝚡. In Wano, when Big Mom washed up on the shores of the country, Chopper was terrified to see her present and was fearful for the level of threat she would pose to the team. When Big Mom had amnesia, Chopper was a bit calmer but was still on edge being around her. Chopper used Big Mom's amnesia as an opportunity to get her to help him break Luffy out of Udon prison. During the Fire Festival, Big Mom recognizes Chopper in the Brachio tank and attacks him. Now, Nico Robin. During the raid of the Fire Festival, Robin rails Big Mom outside of Onigashima's castle. When meeting Kaido on the roof, Big Mom tells Kaido not to kill Robin as they will need her alive for her knowledge to read the road poneglyphs. Now, others, starting with Monkey D. Garp. Big Mom has known Garp for over 40 years and was aware of his relationship to Luffy by addressing the young captain as Garp's grandson. She and the rest of the Rocks pirates were defeated by Garp and Roger when she and Kaido formed an alliance. Garp showed annoyance at the news. Now, Goldie Roger. Big Mom has known Roger from 40 years ago during her time with the Rocks pirates before her defeat by Roger and Garp. During her time as captain of the Big Mom pirates, Roger infiltrated her territory and treasure room and escaped her territory with a copy of the road poneglyph, causing Big Mom immense rage. Now, Gang Beji, Capone Gang Beji. Big Mom trusted Beji to carry out her orders while he was working for her. Beji was willing to shoot down Peckham's when the latter went against Big Mom's orders and tried to pretend that he was a loyal member of her crew. However, Beji was planning to assassinate her for his satisfaction and allied with her enemies, the Straw Hats, to help him with his plans. When the assassination attempt failed, Big Mom attacks Beji for his treachery. Beji manages to escape Totoland and escape from Big Mom, but is no longer a member of the Big Mom pirates. Now, the 𝙲𝚘𝚏𝚒𝚘𝚝 family and 𝙲𝚘𝚙𝚒𝚑𝚗𝚎𝚔. Big Mom acts friendly of forming an alliance with 𝙲𝚘𝚏𝚒 Judge and his children until she revealed that until she has no use of the family, as Sanji's wedding was rigged for the 𝙲𝚘𝚒𝚒𝚗 massacre. After showing her betrayal, she defeats Judge and his sons Niji and Yonji with ease before going to Wano. Big Mom once again easily defeated Niji and Yonji to take them as prisoners, though Judge, Ichiji, and Reiju escaped. Giants. Due to the massacre of her eating disorder, the Giants hold hatred towards Big Mom. Big Mom was hoping to become allies with the Giants so that she could use their military power to take on the other emperors of the New World. Big Mom was willing to not honor her deal with the Giants and was willing to use one of her twin daughters, Chiffon, since her daughter Lola did not want to marry Loki. Big Mom was willing to trick the Giants of Elbaf into getting into a treaty and an alliance. However, the Giants realized Big Mom's trick and chose not to have any business with her ever again. For years, Big Mom harbored hatred for the Giants and she would get visibly upset over anyone bringing up the Giants, such as when 𝙲𝚘𝚒𝚒𝚗𝚗 Judge brought up the fact that Giants were not in the Totoland. Despite her hatred and bigotry towards the Giants, she wants to make her family as big as her through the Giant experimentation with Caesar Clown's help. Now, World Government and Marines. As a Yonko, Big Mom is an enemy of the government and Marines as she is one of the greatest threats to their operation and the world. 40 years ago, Big Mom and her crewmates, during her time with the Rocks Pirates, murdered many celestial dragons and their slaves before facing both Roger and Garp. The government, shown in fear with Big Mom, formed an alliance with Kaido for their attempt to conquer the world as the Rocks Pirates once attempted. That sentence made no fucking sense. The government showed fear of Big Mom and Kaido when they formed an alliance to attempt to conquer the world as the Rocks Pirates one did. Whoever wrote this doesn't speak English. Now, Eustace Kid. Kid earned Big Mom's fury when he sank two of her allies' ships as well as injured one of her sweet commanders and stole a copy of her poneglyph. Kid revealed he never was attempting to take Big Mom's head. When Big Mom shows up in Udon, Kid is shocked to see the Yonko. Kid was further shocked when he heard Big Mom formed an alliance with Kaido. He, alongside his rivals and his right-hand man Killer, fought against Big Mom as well as Kaido. Kid and Law pushed Big Mom out of Onigashima towards the ocean below. For throwing her into the ocean, Big Mom calls Kid a brat and she will never forgive him. During the fight, Big Mom showed no restraint towards Kid and his alliance, and at one point punched him in his face into the ground. Kid somewhat regained his interest of taking Big Mom down. Big Mom often talked down to Kid and his allies, thinking they could not defeat her. She was interested in killing them so that she could continue her allegiance with Kaido. Eustace shows no fear of Big Mom and called her an old hag when he is immune to her soul focus. When Big Mom was about to defeat Kid and Law, she says that this would not be enough to kill her and wants to get revenge against Kid and Law for defeating her. Now, speaking of Law, 𝚤𝚙𝚎𝚑𝚝 Law. Due to his allegiance with Luffy, Law made enemies with Big Mom. Law is shocked that Big Mom formed an alliance with Kaido. Law and his fellow Worst Generation members fought against Big Mom and Kaido. Law came up with the plan to throw Big Mom off of Onigashima into the ocean. When Big Mom attempted to call Zeus, Law tells her that Zeus cannot save her and that it's time for her to drop out. When Big Mom was interested in killing Law along with the others of the Worst Generation when they fought against her, she oftentimes talked down to Law and the others, thinking that they could not defeat her. Law is immune to Big Mom's soul focus when he is not afraid of the Emperor and intends to hear her last gasp. When she was about to lose in her battle against Law and Kid, she states that the attack is not enough to kill her and that she wants revenge against Law for her defeat at Onigashima. And now specifically Pedro. 5 years ago, Pedro invaded the Todo Land and attempted to steal a copy of Big Mom's poneglyph. She attempted to kill Pedro and steal all 50 years of his lifespan for scarring Tamago. When Pedro offered his eye to Big Mom, she decided to reduce it to 30 years and let Pedro go back to Zou. Alrighty, so now we're going to move on into Big Mom's powers and abilities. Now, as a former Yonko, Big Mom is known around the world and by the world government as an extremely powerful individual. With her power and influence, she rules over the archipelago Toto Land and many islands in the New World. Because of her powers, she is feared by many in the New World. According to the Godosei, also known as the Five Elders, she is one of the few individuals who are powerful enough to defeat Marshal D. Teach. Now, her physical strength. Big Mom has immense physical strength and durability. Her skin is able to resist physical damage that would normally severely injure or kill anyone who is reckless. Her skin is able to resist gunfire, cannon fire, and other attacks without leaving a scratch on her body. With her immense strength, she can rampage throughout a town and destroy buildings by eating them. Despite her size, she can climb on top of buildings, meaning she is quite agile. According to 𝚤𝚙𝚎𝚑𝚝 and Sanji, Big Mom's toughness of skin is considered to be an iron balloon. Her strength even hurt 𝚤𝚙𝚎𝚑𝚝 in his Big Father form and Queen, one of the three right-hand men of Kaido. In spite of her durability, she did get her nose rammed by Frankie's motorcycle, although it did no actual damage. During her initial fight to the death with Kaido, Big Mom fought equally with her fellow Yonko. When anyone damages the Mother Carmel photo, Big Mom would go mentally insane and begin screaming. Her unique scream is powerful enough to incapacitate anyone around her, since it is a very loud scream. Her scream is also imbued with Conqueror's Haki, which can knock out anyone near her and can even destroy incoming projectiles. Now, her Devil Fruit, one of the strongest Devil Fruits in the entire universe. Big Mom ate the 𝚤𝚙𝚎𝚪 no Mi, also known as the Soul Fruit, allowing her to interact with the souls of anyone around her. She has the ability to take anyone's soul in the form of a lifespan and use it in any way she sees fit. Throughout Toto Land, inanimate objects are given a piece of a person's soul and become a being known as a homie. Big Mom is capable of summoning two of her homies known as Zeus and Prometheus. Zeus is capable of emitting and creating lightning, while Prometheus is capable of creating fire. In battle, Big Mom uses both of them to fight against her enemies. Big Mom created her new cloud homie called Hera to replace Zeus when he kept disappointing her. Like other devil fruits, Big Mom's weaknesses are drowning and water if she would fall into the water, and sea prism stone, more specifically, which all devil fruit users are weak against, but we see this when Queen and his subordinates detained her with 100% pure sea prism stone chains, which are strong enough to hold her. Though Big Mom steals souls when those are afraid of her, she cannot steal the souls of those who do not feel fear of her, such as Jinbei, Eustace Kid, and 𝚤𝚎𝚑𝚝 Law. Another weakness of her Soul Fruit is being unable to call her homies without sounds, such as when Law used silence, just so Big Mom wouldn't be able to call her special homies to her. Now, her weather manipulation abilities. With her special homies Prometheus and Zeus, and now Hera, which she created from her very own soul, Big Mom can manipulate the weather. Whenever one of her sweet commanders were defeated, Big Mom showed her fury and used Prometheus and Zeus to create a vast rain and thunderstorm to summon her entire army to deal with the ones who defeated her sweet commanders. Zeus's lightning is useless against Luffy, however, because he is made of rubber. Prometheus is weak against water when it is revealed that he is mere compressed flames. Big Mom created Hera and improved cloud homing to replace Zeus when she decided that Zeus has displeased her enough. Now, her swordsmanship. Big Mom has tremendous swordsmanship capabilities, as shown when her homie Napoleon, who can transform into either a cutlass, longsword, or heraldic seeks. She uses mostly the cutlass form and the longsword form. I have not seen her use the seeks form yet, but I am not caught up in the manga or the anime. Well, I'm caught up in the anime, so I know we haven't seen it yet in the anime. But mostly she uses the cutlass form to very good proficiency when she attacks people with her swords. Now, Haki. Big Mom is one of the few people in the world capable of using all three forms of Haki. Law stated that he could not directly move Big Mom around in his room due to her Haki being too strong. Now, Conqueror's Haki. Big Mom possesses Conqueror's Haki. She was first seen using it when at Sanji and Pudding's wedding to knock a man out for questioning her relationship with Mother Carmel. When her portrait of Mother Carmel was destroyed, a distraught Big Mom unleashed her Haki, which, alongside her loud screams, incapacitated most of the party guests. When she fought with Kaido to Onigashima, the clash of their Conqueror's Haki caused a massive shockwave that split the sky open. Big Mom is also one of the few individuals able to imbue their Conqueror's Haki into their body or objects, signified by thin lightning-like streams of dark energy emanating from the imbued area. This allows her to dramatically increase her attack power as a supplement her natural physical strength and armament Haki. Now, armament Haki. Big Mom has vast mastery of armament Haki. By hardening her arm, she easily blocked Luffy's Gear 4 Kong gun with just one arm, a notable feat since that attack had been shown to be capable of breaking through the powerful Haki defenses of highly skilled armament Haki users such as Doflamingo, Cracker, and Katakuri. Like Luffy's Gear 4 form, her armament Haki sports flame marks at its ending. She's also capable of using her advanced application of projecting her armament Haki out of her body, allowing her to strike her opponents without directly making contact with them. And observation Haki, she has the ability to use observation Haki, though she does not have mastery over it such as people like Katakuri do. So, there you have it. That was her abilities and powers. Alright guys, so we're going to end this video off with some trivia. So, Big Mom is the only Yonko who is a female. This makes her likely the most powerful female in the entire series, potentially of all time, because we have not seen any other women or females in the show that can surpass her in flashbacks or in the current timeline. Before he met her, Sanji imagined Big Mom as a slim and attractive woman. Ironically, in her 20s, she was very attractive. However, now she is a gross fat old hag. In the SBS of One Piece Volume 88, Big Mom's height was revealed to be 888 centimeters, or nearly 29 feet tall. She is the tallest member of the Big Mom Pirates and the Charlotte family. However, compared to the giants whose average height is of 12 meters, Big Mom is much shorter than them, and in One Piece, she is not considered or classified as an actual giant. Big Mom has 43 husbands and 85 children, which make up the Charlotte family. Out of her 85 children, she has 46 sons and 39 daughters. Many of her children are also part of her pirate group called the Big Mom Pirates. And yeah, that is going to be it for the video today. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me all the way till the very end. I know this video was a long one, but it is Big Mom. You know, there's a lot of information about Big Mom. She's one of the emperors, one of the strongest people in the entire series. So yeah, if you guys stayed all the way till the end, thank you so much. It means the world to me. You guys know I love you. If you guys could hit the like button, share, subscribe, ring the bell, it would mean the world to me as a small YouTuber trying to make a name for himself. You guys are the best. You know I love you. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.